to Three Guys, 5 Feet Apart, Episode 7. I'm your host, and only host, Michael. With me today are my band of merry men, my co-conspirators, friggin' the boys. I haven't done an intro in a while. That's why I've been allocating my host duties to everyone else.
It's okay. You did well.
Thanks, Alex. Okay, so what's up? What's in the news? What's worth checking out right now?
What's worth checking out? Well, have any of you guys bought any stocks in GameStop or AMC?
No, but I feel sad that I haven't because those stocks went way up. But the problem is
Aren't
these
they
guys
going to keep going up? Are they still
No.
doing it right now?
I think they're going down.
Yeah,
they're going down a little bit. The problem is these guys didn't buy the stocks to make money. They bought it to prove a point.
Yeah.
For the meme.
Which is
So
so dumb.
they're holding on to the stocks even though the stocks have quadrupled in value.
Didn't the Wall Street guys do something though because they're pissed off to make it to where they can't keep going?
Yeah, they tried to change some rules, but I don't think that's gone
See,
through.
you guys don't understand. It's only okay when the rich people manipulate the stock market for their own personal gain, not when the normal people do it.
Exactly, which is why I'm totally glad that they did it. And man, I wish I would have thrown my $10 in GameStop stock.
Why did it become a college frat thing though? All college frat guys.
It's because I don't know.
It was all the Redditors and stuff.
Yeah.
It was r/Wall Street Bets that led the whole thing.
Yeah.
And what's funny about it is they've already sold the movie rights and have begun casting the movie for the Wall Street Bet story.
Crazy, yeah.
Really?
I heard. Yeah, they did that
They're
literally
making
a
a
week
movie of
after.
this?
They're making
What?
a movie out
That's
of it.
crazy.
Yeah.
What is there to make a movie of?
Exactly. You're gonna make a movie about a bunch of teenage dudes.
Is it just
in their
a
basement?
documentary?
I don't think it's
No, it's
documentary.
it's gonna be a Netflix.
It's
movie,
gonna be
most
the same
likely.
vein as the Social Network, the Mark Zuckerberg movie.
Right.
That's a
But,
good
a
movie,
low budget one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I hope they just include all the racism and sexism that Reddit is known for. I hope they include that in the movie.
Yeah.
I want accuracy.
But you have to admit, Reddit does some pretty incredible things.
I mean, they all get together and they just,
Listen, don't piss off the internet. I've told all you guys the story of Capture the Flag with Shia LaBeouf.
Shia
I do
LaBeouf.
not remember this.
So Shia LaBeouf did this art installation, or air quotes,
It was
obviously.
a while ago.
Where he had a flag that said "He will not divide us." He had an earlier one where he gets in front of a camera in New York and just says it's a 24-hour live stream for all of President Trump's terms, and he says "He will not divide us" in front of the camera, and other people join in sometimes. But it kind of became a hot spot for people to troll him in real life, so they'd come up on the stream and say memes and stuff, which Shia LaBeouf hated. Eventually, they had to take down the stream because it just became a hotbed for assaults, basically. Shia would start beating the crap out of people that did memes on his stream. So his solution was, I'm just going to have a flag that says "He will not divide us." Just all you can see is the flagpole with the flag on it in the sky. That's all you can see. They found the flag in 3 hours.
Of course.
The way they did it was they marked the sunset. So that's using the time zones. They were able to triangulate exactly where, on a strip of America, the flag was. Then they followed social media feeds. Someone at Wendy's took a picture with Shia LaBeouf at a Wendy's in Tennessee. So okay, it's somewhere in Tennessee. That's still a lot of places. They turned up the volume of the stream and could hear frogs in the background. It's near a body of water. Then a plane flew overhead. Then a couple more planes, and they were able to triangulate the flight patterns to narrow it down even further. Then, when the stars came out, they were able to triangulate from the constellations and get the exact latitude and longitude of where the flagpole is. Someone who was nearby drove there, took the flag down, and put a MAGA hat and shirt up the flagpole instead.
Dude, the internet is so scary, but so amazing.
Don't take off the internet. By the way, if
beautiful.
anyone from the internet is listening, we love you, and we appreciate all you do.
Love you.
Please make us famous.
Come after Jonah. Jonah has challenged you to dox him.
I'm just that way. I need the challenge.
I need
That boy.
I saw a video of these two guys that somehow managed to get in Shia LaBeouf's apartment on his birthday to give him a cake, and he's just he's like, "How'd you get in here?" And they're like, "It's your birthday, man. We got you a cake." He's like, "No, get out!"
I love that, man. I woke up and two strangers were there, by my bed with a cake. I'd be just like, "Happy birthday,
No,
guys.
he wasn't happy at all.
Well, why do people troll Shia LaBeouf so much?
Because he
I know, and
gives
they
them a
hated it.
reaction. That's the only reason people troll
Well,
anybody.
like they hated him in Transformers and stuff too. Like I don't like.
No, I think he's funny. Like the "just do it" meme is
Yeah,
like
I think he's
love
great.
it. It's hilarious. Just do it.
No,
Freaking
yeah.
love that. It's so great.
He's
Just a
great.
meme.
Does anyone remember when he like wore a paper bag on his head to like the
I
Oscars
do
or
remember
something?
that. Yeah.
But yeah. So, anyways,
Shia LaBeouf's crazy.
Man, I wonder what's going on in that man's mind.
He's a
sometimes.
method actor, so like if you tell Shia LaBeouf you're gonna be playing a cocaine addict,
He's
gonna
like,
go
well,
out and get like a big
No,
bag of cocaine and be like,
he already
I'm
did
ready
that.
to play.
He already did that. He played it drunk, and he like literally became an alcoholic and just
Yeah.
like was constantly drunk. All the
Is he
time.
still
Method
an
actors are
alcoholic?
crazy. Everyone in
know.
Hollywood's crazy, to be fair.
Christian
True.
Bale.
Christian
little bit.
Bale, dude, he's
Oh,
the
man.
best method
He's,
actor.
he's got like
He's
monk,
cool.
like a monk type of like this.
He does.
He's amazing.
Like for that one movie he did before The Dark Knight, where he had to like emaciate himself.
Oh yeah.
He said
That's
all he
super
ate
skinny.
was like applesauce and tuna fish.
Dude, I would
like,
not- I
once
would
a
not
day.
be able
I
to
saw
do
like
that.
a feed where like it showed all of his movies and showed how much he weighed in each one. And
Yeah,
it's
didn't he
pretty
do a
crazy.
movie where he had to get like really fat too?
Yeah,
He did
Yeah.
Vice, where he was
he's
like,
like,
Dick Cheney.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Dude.
in like the Batman movies, he weighed like 190, and I think he weighed like 120, and like the one where he was really skinny, he weighed more than I thought he did. Like in the pictures, he looks
He
like
only weighed 190 in the Batman movies.
Yeah.
Can I take on Batman?
I mean, he's
Can I-
pure muscle
can I
though.
fit
Like if
by
you look at
Every burglar in Gotham ever. Can I take on Batman?
That's only 190.
The answer is
Take-
no. Answer is no.
They all
Why
try.
would you even like? I always wonder in like in like comic books and the superhero movies, like why is there any crime in like Metropolis or New York or like anywhere
Yeah.
where there's hero? Like there's in
Yeah.
Marvel comics, like
I would
all the
not
superheroes
rob
live
a
in New
city
York.
that
Like
Superman
why would you
lived in.
still
Yeah.
do crime in New York
yeah,
City?
but I feel like most of the time in comics, anyways, like they never go after like small crime. It's always like big world aliens, whatever.
Well, like
It's more
it's the
fun.
levels, of course. Obviously Hulk's not gonna stop a mugging, but Spider-Man will.
right.
So that's why they always have like levels and
It's
there's like
just lately-
Spider-Man street level.
I just feel like lately they haven't shown a lot of that. Like I feel like that was more of like the old generation of like comics and stuff.
Well, I think they tried to do like they did that with the Daredevil stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daredevil's always been street level. He's never had like some
Yeah.
big world-ending crisis he had.
Yeah.
to
Right,
take
but he's
on.
always fighting
Yeah.
like street level, like
Mafia.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's always like groups of people or like the hand. It's not like
Well, like,
a
I mean,
robber or
I'm
something.
sure Superman takes down muggers, but like, would it be fun to watch Superman take down some muggers?
No.
Not
Yeah,
really.
What are they gonna do? The
I mean, but
guy
that's-
that like juggles meteorites is like all of a sudden like I have a 9mm.
isn't that how comics started out though?
I mean, yeah, but like for us, like if you had a comic and it was just Superman going around like taking down some like bank robbers, like
Yeah, you don't want to see
Getting cats from
Superman like
trees.
yeah, like
effortlessly doing things. You want to see him like fighting off an alien invasion.
that's fair.
yeah.
But
That's
like,
what the sidekicks are.
but
for.
for Spider-Man, you know, you want to see him like fight the Vulture, or fight Doc Ock, who's
Yeah.
trying to rob a bank,
Yeah.
and that's what you see.
And
I
like
mean,
honestly,
yeah.
I enjoy that lower level stuff.
Yeah,
lot.
dude.
Yeah,
it's a lot more. It allows you to
Well,
tell
that's why
more
I'm so
human
into
stories.
right. That's why I'm so into Spider-Man. He's my favorite because you can relate with him because he is more like us. And like,
Yeah.
And
he
yeah,
goes
That's
through a
actually-
lot of the same
That's
crap.
the reason I'm always annoyed by Batman, because Batman's then like in the Justice League where he is like fighting gods and giant,
God.
like
Stuff
ancient
you're like,
monsters. I'm just like,
Batman's not a
why are you still
do
here?
that.
he's not. It's like you struggle with just a dude in clown makeup, and now we're gonna recruit you to help defend the Earth from Darkseid. It's like, no, you're a dude in a Kevlar suit.
I mean, they just use Batman for his money.
Like I've always wondered, like,
Literally
why
just
True.
doesn't
brain.
why doesn't like
Honestly.
Wonder Woman just ever like? Why doesn't Batman just have her on? Because she's okay with killing. Batman doesn't want to kill, so why doesn't Batman be like, "Hey, Wonder Woman, Joker's attacking the city. Could you come and like cut off his head? Bam, Joker's done."
You can't
That's it.
have Batman
I
without
know
Joker.
it's the story elements, but still, like when I read a Batman comic and he's struggling against the Riddler, and then like I get Justice League, and all of a sudden Batman's like, "I've outsmarted you, Darkseid." I'm just like, no, there's been a big jump between these two stories somewhere.
I get that.
It's like, so are you kind of implying that the Riddler could take over Apocalypse? 'Cause I don't really think that's how that works. Pretty sure Darkseid would just Omega beam him.
Maybe that's the secret that they're hiding from you is
Yeah,
the
Joker's
the
actually like this all world threat, and it's like he's so bad. I don't even know.
that's the story they're about to come out with.
Yeah.
But like they've even done like crossovers where like the Joker comes after Superman, and it's just a very the Joker just tries his normal stuff with Batman, but with Superman, and it never works out. It's almost like a funny story about how like outclassed he really is. Like Superman could clean up Gotham in an afternoon. There's lots of comics
But
where
Batman
it's like,
just needs a hobby.
But
like
Batman does need a hobby.
The Joker hid bombs all around Metropolis, and he covered them in lead so that Superman couldn't see through. It's like, so yeah, Superman just looked for all the spots he couldn't see through and then took away all the bombs. Like, Joker, your normal weird things about I've planted bombs in 16 hospitals doesn't work with Superman, who can travel to 16 hospitals in like 5 seconds and take away all the bombs.
That's what I also didn't get about like Batman versus Superman. Is they're like, oh, we're gonna go take Superman and take his mother and put him in a warehouse. Like Superman can't travel like at light speed and can hear literally anything and everyone.
Have you seen
see through anything?
The how it should have ended for that? Where they do that scene where it's like Lex is like, you have 30 minutes. He's like, when you came here, you had 30 minutes, and now you have less. Superman's like, give me 1 second. Flies away, comes back to his mom. Is this my mom, Lex? He's like, I went through all the warehouses in Metropolis, and this was the only one I found my mom in it.
Is this the one? Yeah. So dumb.
That's
I feel like
why didn't Lex just have the kryptonite with him? Like, why? I love Lex. That's Batman vs Superman has some good moments, but like Lex's whole thing about I'm going to get the kryptonite, and then I'm going to have Batman steal the kryptonite, and then have Batman fight Superman instead of Lex just being like, I'm going to get the kryptonite, I'm going to build a suit of armor powered by the kryptonite and fight Superman myself.
Yeah.
it's true.
Which
I
makes
feel like-
way more sense.
I feel like Batman vs Superman is like, because some people are like die hard.
And
with that
Batman's
movie.
like brilliant weapon to build with like this chunk of kryptonite that can bring down a literal god. I'm gonna make a
Brings
spear out of it.
staff. Yeah.
It's like that's the most
Some
practical
gas.
weapon to fight
Yeah.
against Superman, who could laser IU from space.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring a spear.
I just feel like that movie is marked by like extreme highs of like, that was so dope, and then it was like
I hated it.
then the Martha
Yeah.
scene, and I was like,
I know
You
that
have
was
so
you have
good.
diehard fans that like won't. And you have it with every sort of thing,
Yeah.
like every movie or TV show where they just won't accept like there's flaws in it. You have like
But I feel like this one's different. Like this one feels like more like, because I mean like the whole Zack Snyder cut
Yeah.
with Justice League. Like I feel like it's
that
just,
one looks actually
I'm
kind of
excited to
cool.
see it.
But yeah, like there's a lot of like Snyder fans are like, Snyder gets these characters. I'm like, no, he doesn't. Gotta
No.
read the
Yeah.
comics. He's not
Yeah,
really
no.
like Superman's not all moody and stuff. Superman's like the bright, cheerful character. He's the guy that, makes you feel good about. You're like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, the world's gonna end. Superman flies by. You know what? It's gonna be fine. Superman's here.
yeah.
And they
yeah.
made him all
He's
like
the
moody
positive
and everything.
one.
Yeah.
and Batman's the moody one. But then this one, they're like, we're both moody.
They're both
Ah.
moody. Everyone's moody.
I
and-
don't agree with like all the criticism of the Martha scene because it does represent like it humanizes Superman to Batman.
Yeah, I
Although-
understood that. Yeah, that
Although
makes
I will
sense.
say, like, the whole fight, like, Superman really could have just taken
Yeah,
Batman
just-
out.
Yeah.
That should have humanized him enough.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
totally could not agree with you more on that. I mean, but that warehouse scene though with Batman, that was pretty dope.
That was cool.
I thought that fight scene was.
Although
was
he did
pretty
kill
great.
a lot of people.
He did,
He
and that's supposed to be
did
his
kill-
one rule.
I hate Snyder's
He
like
definitely
comment on it.
killed
He's like,
all
see,
those
he
people.
didn't kill them on purpose.
They're
He
just
if a guy threw a grenade and Batman kicks it back and it happens to be where he is, it's like Batman doesn't do that, dude.
but
it's
he
more realistic and it kind of makes sense.
I mean, yeah, but like
It's like
they
Batman,
definitely died or they have traumatic brain injuries.
Or do you remember that scene in that movie where he's like driving the Batmobile and he drives it through someone's car and then he puts like a grapple on the Batmobile and it attaches to another vehicle and he uses it as a battering ram. I'm like, they are definitely dead. Like they definitely did
I
not
recently
make it.
rewatched the Tim Burton Batman, the one that has a Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
Yeah.
And it's got like the same Snyder vibes where it's like Batman, like this guy has a flamethrower. Batman like ignites the flamethrower and then pushes him down a hole, and you see like the fire shoot up. It's like that dude's dead. He just burned to
Yeah.
death. It's like
Well,
good job,
technically-
Batman.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, is it Batman doesn't kill or does he not kill on screen? What is
the rule is like
what's the
Batman
rule?
won't kill you, but he will put you in a situation where you will die.
So
Batman's just like
he
I
won't
made-
kill you, but
It's like I just
you're gonna
ignited
die.
the gas canister on his back and threw him down a hole. It's like none of those things actually killed him. There was the flames that exploded.
If the situation kills you, it's not my fault. I'm not liable.
So speaking of Batman, do we have high hopes for the new Batman?
So
Um,
high. I
I have really high hopes.
I don't.
It's
But like,
sad.
why do we keep having Batman
And
movies?
what
Yeah.
do we
Why?
think
That's
about
true.
Michael Keaton coming back as Batman in Flashpoint?
I think that's cool.
I-
But
Yeah,
like, so here's the
I'm
thing with the new
pumped about
Batman movie.
Flashpoint.
And Ben
honestly.
Affleck. 'cause
First
I think
off-
Ben Affleck needs more of a chance in this role, so I'm glad
Yeah.
that he's going to be in Flashpoint.
First off, Batman is not nearly as dark as he has become lately. Like, Batman's stories are always dark, but here's the thing. He's got, like, the Bat family with him. He's got characters that balance him out. This whole, like, idea of just having Robert Pattinson as just this, like, super angry Batman with no, like, Robin or any kind of levity character to balance out the overwhelming darkness is just, like, horrible.
I think that's kind of for the whole genre. I mean, like Teen Titans, I just watched that, and that's all it was.
Well, I'm not a big fan of everything constantly getting grittier. We need a little
I
bit
don't
of
either.
positivity. I saw someone tweeted after they did the trailer for The Batman. They tweeted, like, in 40 years, the next Batman movie is going to be just a heroin-addicted dude, like, beating homeless people up. It's not even going to be about Batman, but it's still going to be titled Batman.
He's gonna be.
It's
He's gonna
It's
call
like,
himself
as they keep making
Batman.
Batman darker and darker.
it's like in that trailer. The dude's like, "Who are you?"
Like,
And
he breaks the dude's arm and, like,
Yeah.
just beats the crap out of him.
Which, like, that was kind of cool.
Like, if I saw that, I'd
A
be
million-
like, this
yeah.
dude's got some serious mental problems. We should probably leave.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
dude, your
it's like-
parents died. I'm sorry, but
I
like,
agree
come
about
on,
the
man.
darkness, but it is like his like first like 2 years as Batman, so I think he's trying to balance like it being like a hobby and like getting like that adrenaline.
hobby?
Like it's
You
like
don't
an
understand
adrenaline-
Batman.
It's like an adrenaline rush for him, and like there's more to it than that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's
No.
heroin.
No.
It's the heroin.
It's the heroin.
Why do we need another Batman movie?
Yeah.
That's true.
There could be so much other thing. Like
The
Like,
ones we have.
all
are
the other
good.
DC movies, like Aquaman and Shazam. I like both those movies.
Yeah, and those
Yeah.
are
Yeah,
more
I-
positive.
yeah.
Wonder
I
Woman
enjoyed
2
both of
wasn't
those,
as
too.
bad as people
Black
said. It
Adam's
wasn't
coming
Yeah.
great.
out, and that
Yeah,
looks probably-
I'm actually
dude,
kind of
Black
pumped.
Adam.
That
about
one's gonna
Black
be dope
Adam,
because it's gonna
yeah.
have the Justice Society of America in it.
Yeah.
and like
It's gonna be
everybody
good.
loves The Rock.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah,
He's a beloved character.
Yeah.
he's great.
It's my favorite superhero.
I just hope they
is
give like
The
the
Rock.
seriousness. I know the Rock kind of is a bit of a goofy guy, so I hope he gives it like
Yeah.
the seriousness Black Adam, because Black
Is,
Adam's not like a
yeah.
jokester.
Yeah, I got you.
But I do think like so obviously Flashpoint DC is just trying to do what Marvel's doing and doing the whole multiverse thing and trying to hop on that train. But since they're doing it, would you guys want to see Christian Bale come back as Batman in the multiverse?
I don't think
Of
he'd
course.
work in the comic in a Christian Christian Bale's a little Freudian slip there.
It's a stretch because like his series of Batman was definitely like its own.
It was very
Yeah.
realistic. It wouldn't fit in like a comic book setting.
Right, but
Like-
if there was a
But I
slight
mean-
chance that it could happen, would you want it to?
Not really, because I feel like
There's even a 1% chance.
Like,
we need to treat it as an absolute certainty.
I mean, I think they could make it work if it's just like they're like a totally because like it's just a really weird reality.
So this
that,
actually
like,
goes into like an overarching issue that I have a problem with in media. But just to answer the question, no, Christian Bale should not appear in Flashpoint. Here's my issue. People will make really good movie franchises or really good TV series, and then they come to a nice, natural, happy ending. Well, not always happy, but they come to like an ending. Like Breaking Bad was a
Right.
really great show,
and then they
and
made
it
El
ended.
Camino.
The Office was a really great show, and then it ended. You know, Christian Bale, really great Batman trilogy, and then it ended. But then people have this like weird thing in their mind where they're like, I don't want this to end. I want this to continue till it becomes so old and tired and dead and dry.
Star
Yeah.
Wars.
So it's like,
Yeah, basically.
Star Wars and Terminator is the
Yeah.
worst
Oh my
one.
God.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
everything
that's
after
true,
Terminator
too,
2
yeah.
was absolute garbage.
Fast and
Stop making
Furious.
Terminator
Yes,
movies.
Fast and
Oh,
Furious
that's
is-
true.
Yeah.
I used to love
It's
Fast
just
and
like,
Furious movies.
Let things end.
Right.
Let things come to an ending.
Okay.
Everything good has to come to an end.
Exactly. And
I
people,
agree
They
with
want
that.
to
to
milk
make
it.
something.
You either die
new.
a good series or you live long enough to be absolutely terrible.
Okay,
Yeah.
I agree
Like
with
Star
that,
Wars.
except for when the only exception right now in my mind is Marvel, because
No.
I don't think
They-
that's
no,
it.
okay.
I don't know.
They definitely had a peak
I,
with
I,
Endgame,
yeah, I like
but
Marvel.
WandaVision,
still.
I'm not gonna say much because I don't want to spoil anything, and not all of us are on the same page with that. But like, lots of people
Because I
didn't.
threatened Alex beforehand to say, don't spoil anything about WandaVision.
Whatever. Anyways, it's getting good, and like it kind of gives me high hopes for the rest of the future of Marvel.
I'm
Even
pumped.
though,
Just bring Nova.
even
I
though
want
like
Nova.
Spider-Man 3
Really?
right
You're a
now,
big Nova?
I like Nova.
Really?
He kind of reminds me of like Green Lantern. I like Green
When
Lantern.
did you get into Nova?
I don't know. I just
I can bring you some Nova stuff if you're into Nova.
yeah.
He's like,
Wait, hold on.
Sorry, like, I'm a big
Podcast.
Nova fan too, and he doesn't like get his just desserts. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
bring you the Thanos imperative. That's a great Nova
Sweet.
story.
Yeah, I'd like to read that.
But I'm just saying. they're gonna-
Austin and I are just fanboying over here while Alex is trying to get his point across.
with the next few movies, there's a lot of anticipation.
So
and
there's
lot
a really
of,
good Nova story. I thought you-
All right.
All right,
I'm
here we
sorry.
go.
I'm so sorry.
Here it is.
I had to do it one more time.
I just know that you don't have great thoughts about the future of Marvel, but
I'm very
I think
negative
that it's
towards
going to
it.
change your mind.
Well, I'm ready to have my mind changed.
I mean, you're watching WandaVision. You
I
said you
am.
would never
and
watch
I
that,
think
so-
it's pretty good.
I don't. I honestly, I'm really not looking forward to the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The
It doesn't look
trailer,
like it's gonna be as good. No.
like I'll probably watch it just because I already have Disney Plus.
if it was a movie, like a
Yeah.
2 hour, like it would be really nice, like almost
Yeah.
buddy cop movie, and I think
Yeah.
that would work a lot
Only
better.
6 episodes, so
So,
it's going to be really short.
it's still 40. It's 40 minutes though, so like
I don't know. That's like I don't know, it's
longer
like
than a movie.
it's 240 minutes.
hours-ish?
So that's 4. Yeah, it's 4 hours. It's a 4-hour movie. It's a long movie.
I know me and Michael have talked about this, but they're coming out with the Black Panther series too. And it's not even, it's like about the people of Wakanda. Like,
Oh.
Yeah,
I
because
would
that's
watch
like that's
that.
the best part of any comic book heroes. I wonder what the normal citizens are doing.
Are they gonna
Yeah.
Are they gonna make Shuri like Black
they
They,
haven't,
they haven't
said
said
they-
anything yet, but that's probably the way to go.
Yeah.
That's what I figured what would happen.
And that makes sense. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
I could see her
with
being it.
replacing characters as long as it makes sense in terms
Yeah.
of like, and that makes the most sense. She is in the royal bloodline, so the herb will work on her to give her panther powers,
Sure.
and she's the technological person, so she
Yeah.
can make herself a really cool panther suit and stuff.
I wish we could talk about WandaVision.
We're not gonna talk about Wanda.
I'm going to do it. Like, I could've
We'll
been
all
with
have to
them.
get caught up for
Like
next
the
episode.
biggest example of like a bad replacement is when in like the comics they replaced Iron Man with Riri Williams. It's like, you know who's the most logical successor to Tony Stark is? It's not War Machine. It's not Pepper Potts. It's this random girl
Yeah,
that he
well-
sent like an email to.
Sad to say, but they're making an Iron.
I
Man
know
movie.
they're making an Ironheart movie. But it's just like, that's the logical successor to Iron Man. Someone that has
But-
nothing to do with Iron Man.
Exactly.
But they're also doing an Iron Lad, so
Iron Lad, I'm not even a big fan of his character.
it'd be better than freaking Iron Heart.
But it's also the same issue. It really doesn't have a lot to do with Tony Stark or Iron Man. Iron Lad is like a younger version of Kang the Conqueror that came back from the future to like help the Young Avengers out.
That's actually pretty
People are
dope.
pissed too because like
It's kind of cool.
they're gonna do. They announced that they're doing Armor Wars. It's a storyline
Yeah,
without
I
Tony
am
Stark,
aware.
which is the biggest storyline of like Iron Man's career, I guess. Or like
that's
one
true.
Of the biggest.
I mean, you could
without
kind
him.
of swing it the way it is now because since he's dead, you could probably be like, oh, the Iron Man patent is up in the air now that
Yeah.
Tony Stark is dead,
Ooh,
and all
that's
these other
true.
people could be like trying to fill the shoes of Iron Man,
Yeah,
and you know you have to have like
It's
War
just
Machine
sad 'cause,
step
like,
in.
it would have been great to see. Like that could have been his fourth movie, you know? Like
Or maybe his second or his third, because they were not great movies.
Hey, listen, I thought the second one was okay.
The second one is
they were
like,
good enough.
Yeah,
decent.
the third
The
one
third
was
one,
yeah,
like the
but-
way they did.
Was it the one where he blows up all his suits?
Yeah.
The Mandarin, like, and the thing is when I saw the
that's
trailers,
the Mandarin was.
I was
not-
like, oh
yeah.
my gosh, this guy looks.
The Mandarin's
great.
real though.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
bringing
yeah.
that back.
They did
the
a-
Shanghai thing because that's
Shang-Chi.
gonna be- Shang-Chi.
Shanghai.
Sorry, that's gonna be all about the rings, the 10 rings, and like that group.
Well, there was
Yeah.
like a Marvel extra or something, but like they were doing like a prison interview with the guy that was pretending to be the Mandarin,
Mhm.
and like the guy that was doing the prison interview, like he just seemed like a normal like prison guy. So like, how long were you with the organization AIM? How long were you under their employ? And he starts like telling his life story and stuff. And the guy, it turns out like the big twist at the end of the little short is like the guy that's doing the interview actually is part of like the 10 Rings terrorist organization. And he's just like, you were using our master's name and he wants it back. And then like SWAT team guys come in basically. So the Mandarin's real and the 10 Rings are probably real too.
Yeah, I just
Yeah, it would have
felt
just
like-
been cooler if it was in the Iron Man movie.
Yeah.
but like I,
His Iron Man's kind of like iconic
but
villain. So
It's
Yeah.
okay. It's
so.
bunch of
but-
friggin' nerds.
it's whatever.
So here's a good question. What character from Marvel that has not been in the movies yet would you like to see in the movies? I know Austin just said Nova.
Yeah, Nova's
Silver
Probably
Surfer
my main one.
jumping
Silver
in.
Surfer.
Oh,
He's
that,
been in
dude, the
not-
Silver Surfer
okay, yeah,
comic.
the
that was
MCU.
so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the MCU. Yeah, Silver
Oh,
Surfer
Silver
would
Surfer's
be.
awesome,
Yeah, Silver Surfer.
I feel like, and the thing that sucks is the guy that played like, oh man, he was in Ant-Man and the Wasp. He was supposed to be the other guy that got giant too.
The guy that played Goliath.
Yeah, him. He was the voice for Fantastic Four too, forever ago. I thought he was like, I
He
thought
was?
his voice was
I didn't know
perfect. Like I thought, I was like, that sounds like exactly what I would want. Storyline was garbage, but
Yeah.
the character, like it looks good, it sounds good. Like if I could get that, but like a solo movie, send it.
Can
I
they?
think Marvel's
Did,
gonna be like really so.
did they have Silver Surfer now? Like, can
Yeah.
they make a Silver
They
Surfer?
literally
Yeah,
own the
they
rights
have
to
the-
everything now.
That's
Yeah,
actually one of the
pretty
ones
much.
I think they're really pushing because they know like he's
Yeah.
a really popular character. Alex, what about you?
Now that they have the rights to X-Men, I really want to see Magneto. He's like,
A solo
but
movie.
no, just like in the MCU. I just love him, and he's like one of my favorite characters, but not the old,
You
Magneto.
like the new?
like the first class X-Men.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that
I forget
guy.
his name, but
He's
the
a
dude
good.
that-
He's a
Michael
good
Fassbender.
actor.
I
Yeah.
love him. Yeah. I
like
like the
Okay.
scenes where he's just like gets angry and freaking puts the coin through all
There's-
those people's
There,
heads.
Magneto
yeah,
always
like-
has like those really cool scenes. I remember there was this one story where like a terrorist with similar powers to Magneto was wreaking havoc. So like this was at the time Magneto was a good guy. So like the Avengers like call in the X-Men like, hey, we need to talk to Magneto, and they like have this meeting, and Magneto's sitting there, and like Captain America and Iron Man walk in, and they're like, Magneto, where were you like during this event? He's like, I was with the X-Men. And I was like, yeah, we can verify that. And Magneto's like, so you guys came in here looking to arrest me? And like, no, we just want to talk. And he's like, really? Is that why your armor is made out of like carbon tubing, Iron Man? He's like, and that's why, Cap, you didn't bring your shield. And then like Magneto starts like raising his hands, and he's like, you guys think that like by changing up your weapons that you can defeat me? He's like, I'm Magneto. Everything is my weapon. And like the next panel is like a zoom out of the building, and like all the cars are levitating, like every bit of metal nearby is like in the air, ready to just like come down on those two.
It makes me wonder, like, has there ever been a time where he uses metal in people's blood?
Do you not remember X-Men 2?
Oh, that's true.
Duh.
And like the most iconic scene ever in the comics is when he rips off the adamantium from Wolverine's bones.
Oh
That
yeah.
would hurt.
Yeah.
That's tough.
That'd be
movie
a-
right there.
What about you, Jonah? What's your character from the comics, or that like hasn't been an official MCU movie yet you want to see?
Well, here's the thing. I may be the biggest weeb here, but like I don't actually know too much about comics. I'm not really into the Marvel universe as big as you guys are.
Oh.
I mean, I just like Spider-Man. That's it. You know what?
We
I
should make a
want
Spider-Man
more
movie.
Spider-Man.
More Spider-Man.
More Spider-Man.
That's what you
There
get.
you go. I
Spider-Man
actually
3.
don't. I don't want
You're
more
gonna get
Spider-Man.
all
I
Spider-Man.
specifically
Dude,
like
Silk.
Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. I'm going to throw out my controversial opinion.
I did like
Hey.
Tobey
Maguire's
Spider-Man.
the best
He's
Spider-Man.
the best
He's
one.
coming back.
He is the best one. A Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire.
We're pretty
It'd be
much
good
getting
stuff.
that. Literally, he's coming
Be
back
good
in
stuff.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
3, and so is Doc Ock and Green Goblin from the original Raimi series. They're
It's pretty-
all coming into
pretty
this
dope,
new Spider-Man.
actually.
But so is Andrew
Didn't they
Garfield
die?
and like Electro. So
Electro.
like it's I feel like they're gonna have to make that movie like 4 hours to get everyone in there.
Spider-Man 4 hours. You can do it.
yeah.
There we
I'm
go.
a big
I'm
I
all
hated
for it.
Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. Like
Yeah, I
with
didn't like it
passion.
either.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna agree with Austin though. My second choice would be Silk.
I know you guys have a weird boner. for
Silk.
So
She's so hot.
Yeah.
I remember like introducing that character to you guys.
I moved like this last week, and I found the original picture that you drew for me.
of
Do you
Silk.
remember that?
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
how terrible that was.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
But I remember like because in Silk's first appearance, she makes like a spider outfit out of like her webbing,
that wasn't the only reason.
and
She's
then
also just hot.
yeah, they have this weird
And-
thing.
And like her and Spider-Man got this like weird like kinky thing where like they're like definitely horny for each
Because
other.
they were bitten by the same spider, there's like some weird
Attraction.
pheromone thing between them.
It's great.
I don't think that's.
We need a
how
movie about
spiders
that.
work.
I don't
Not how
really-
spiders work at all, unless she like bites his head off afterwards.
Maybe he's into that.
Sony just announced that they're gonna make a spin-off with like some girl version of Spider-Man. It's not like Spider-Woman or anything. It's not like they say it's like a Spider-Man spin-off, but
Well,
forget
I
what
know
the
they've
name
talked
is.
about making a Silk.
It's not that though. It's like she has like webs under her like arms, and she's like has like a really pointy like face.
Oh,
And the pictures that
um,
they've shown, it's like this shadow.
Oh,
You have to
my
send me those
gosh.
pictures. I haven't seen that yet.
I know what
But
you're talking about.
All I
She's
know
in
is,
that.
as a comic book fan, I cannot wait till they start putting like Silk into the MCU because I'm gonna freaking cash out on that. I got
Well,
her first appearance.
Spider-Verse, the animated movies, they're doing a
I love the
whole
anime movies.
movie, but with all the Spider-Women.
I know.
So that's
I
gonna be
can't
pretty
wait.
dope.
I'm gonna cash out on that too because it's gonna have Silk. I got the first appearance of Silk, first appearance of Spider Gwen, because those came out fairly recently while I was collecting.
Right.
So I'm excited.
I like Spider
Oh, I
Gwen
think
too.
you're talking
I just
about
like her outfit.
Cassandra Webb. No, like this
No,
chick-
because like she doesn't. They didn't say she had spider powers, and like they only showed like the silhouette of her body, but I couldn't tell if it was a
I
silhouette.
think they
or if it
talked
was-
about making a Madam Web
No,
spin-off.
They are doing that
She's
too.
lame.
Gosh dang it!
Her
I wish
whole
I
thing
could
is she
find
just
it, but
tells fortunes basically.
I remember her like in the old cartoons. She used to freak me out.
She was cool. She's what made that Stan Lee crossover with the Amazing Spider-Man old cartoons possible. Remember that episode?
I don't.
He goes to like our world and he meets Stan Lee.
Huh.
Really?
Yeah, that's an episode of the Amazing Spider-Man. Madam Web like sends him to our world and he like swings around New York with Stan Lee and Stan Lee's like, "Oh my goodness, Spider-Man, you're real." Pretty good Stan Lee voice.
Yeah, so-
Stanley is no longer real.
I mean, he's real. He's just bones.
He's
Sounds so
oh my
sensitive.
god.
He's just bones
He's
now.
real in our hearts.
Stanley will always live in
He
my
might
heart.
become a tree. I don't know.
What?
Reincarnation.
Yeah.
Reincarnated as a tree.
Yeah.
Like you
That's
lean
a-
under a tree, he's like, face front, true believers.
You know that's a thing though. There's like people that sell like these like sacks, like you know like how like you worked at a tree farm and like you know like
I
underneath they,
worked
like,
in a tree farm.
That's what I said.
You
Didn't I?
know,
You said you worked at a tree farm.
Oh gosh.
Anyways, you know what I meant. You know like how they have like the sacks holding like all
Yeah,
the roots
when
and
like
stuff?
you're like getting a tree to sell, you like take it out, but you leave a bunch of dirt on it.
right.
Just
so the
put
roots
the
will stay
skull
there, and then you
in
put
the
like a
roots.
burlap thing across
Right.
it.
So it's literally that, but they make it bigger and it's like your coffin. So like you're planting a tree and helping it grow. And so like you're contributing to like helping the planet continue to grow through your death kind of a thing instead of just being buried in a coffin.
Tree huggers. All right.
sounds
Pretty
Right?
tree
disgusting.
I mean, I'd kind of like to be a tree if I died.
What would you guys like to do with your body when you die?
I kind of want to get shot into space
That'd
just
be
for
pretty
the,
cool.
you know.
You turn into
Yeah.
like a piece of cool space tree.
Yeah.
I'm definitely getting cremated. There's
Yeah.
no point. It's
Yes,
cheaper
same space.
and like, you know, you can spread me somewhere cool.
Jonah,
I just want to
No,
get shot
no
in space.
one's doing anything to my body. You're just gonna
pop me in the ground and close
pop
the
me in
lid.
the ground, and close the lid.
Maybe
Oh,
if
dude,
I'm still alive.
I think
could
they can
still
make
put me
you
in the
into a
ground.
firework. Like
I'm
they
not-
can put your ashes. I do.
I hate that you told me that because now I want to do it.
I want to be taxidermied, and I want to I want my family to like keep me around.
Oh gosh.
No, you actually can't taxidermy people.
Why not?
So
Yeah.
it's actually like that's why
People that know how to taxidermy.
that's
they're
why
not, like-
taxidermists actually won't like take your request to do like to taxidermize like your dog or something
Why?
because they have like sort of not necessarily they have like pre-built sort of models of animals. So like that's why you take like some random squirrel and you taxidermy it. So that way it's not like, oh, the squirrel didn't really look like that. So that's why they don't like do dogs because it's like, well, this is a pre-built model. It's not going to look exactly like your dog did, even if we put the skin on top.
Yeah.
So it's like they won't do people because it'd be like way too much work to like get every detail of like the facial structure and how your body was put
Taxidermy your
together.
body, and then at your funeral, just like stand. I mean, they have that. What's that?
That's what I want. I want them to like wheel in my body on like a rotating platform, and I'm just like,
Well, they have that exhibit like in Las Vegas that travels.
Freak
Oh
out.
my gosh.
Like the body exhibit.
the House of Wax.
No, it's literally a body exhibit that has like actual bodies, and like they have ones where it's just like the full nervous system. They actually have like muscles and like it's freaky. But it's like you've never seen that.
No.
I just don't get how it relates to what we're talking about. I
That
don't.
they're like they can preserve skin. Like
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Actually,
the-
skin's the only organ of the body that could live independently
It's
in
like
the
they have,
body.
like, it's weird, but they have like boobs like preserved. There you
Well,
go.
what else would you preserve?
I don't
He
even
says-
remember. What are we talking about?
I don't know how
We
we
started
got
talking
on
about
this
comics, then we got
conversation.
onto boobs.
Well, okay.
Well,
As all
Men, am I right?
Okay, I have a transition.
As one
Back to
You
does.
gonna
comics and Lex
transition?
Luthor.
Honestly, I'm
There's a
pretty good
meme
with
going around.
boobs.
I don't even. It might not be a meme. It might be real, but like Jeff Bezos like trying to be Lex Luthor.
Yeah, I saw that where he's like talking about how all the anti-union. Apparently, Amazon does have like an anti-union propaganda film they show their employees.
Well, he's like trying to build like suits and stuff too.
Is he?
Yeah,
That's
like
crazy.
legit. But that brings me to this topic and its success. And what do you guys think it takes to be successful?
It's a seamless transition.
Because
Seamless.
Lex Luthor, Jeff Bezos, success.
I think you
Well-
sell your soul to the devil.
Yeah, that's the first step. Step
That's
one.
step
No,
one.
so my thing
Step
is,
one,
like,
money.
I just
Step
wanna-
one, be born rich.
Yeah.
I want to hear your opinions because like there's been people that say like to be successful once you figure out that nobody cares about what you're doing except for you, then that's the true like freedom and that's when you truly become successful. But then there's other people that say surround yourself and and your friends and your family do care and surround yourself with as many people as you can to reach that next step in life. But the other side is people think that your friends really don't care. They don't want to hear your crap. And neither does your family.
Oh, wait.
So my tip for having
Like, 'cause I
success
follow-
is
sorry.
to force your friends to do a podcast with you.
Yeah.
It's just like I follow like a
Yeah.
bunch of those like entrepreneur like profiles on Instagram, and so there's always like things, and they're like, do this and do this to
Don't-
become
All those
successful."
guys are full of crap, Alex. Just want
and,
you to know that.
and they
right
always
now.
like post like Elon Musk behind it, or like
yeah, they post
somebody,
like some inspirational quote,
right,
like
yeah,
"Don't just dream it, do it."
yeah,
Elon
Just
Musk,
do
2016.
Yeah.
And they'll post like something like, have a picture of Bill Gates, and it's just like, "I didn't make my first million till I was 30. There's still time for you to do it." And it's just like,
yeah.
that's all a bunch of crap. Anyone that has entrepreneur in their bio basically means like they don't have a job and they just like think about business schemes and they try to dress fancy.
I mean, but there's
There you
some
go.
things that there are quotes and like inspirational whatever that like I feel like some of it is
I mean, like at some point, like you have to like do it, but there's also like other things that go in. Like,
Success is a very complicated topic because there's a lot of things that go into it. I know a lot of people always try to tell you it's like a, just work hard, but that's not always the case. There is like a level of like, you have to have the ability to pursue this. So for Bill Gates, for example, he got into a pretty good college and it had a computer lab basically, which back then was like a big deal. But of course it was like, there was only like one just giant computer and you could have to like plan out times. So what he did was like, he'd have to walk back to campus every night and for like hours and hours, like every night, just sit down at that computer working on code and stuff. But doing that, they say like the first 10,000 hours is like what it takes to master something.
yeah.
The Beatles also had that same sort of thing with before they got any kind of contracts, they played like 3 bars like every weekend night for years and years and years. They got that first 10,000 hours of their songs in. So they became, that's how you refine the skills. But of course, Bill Gates had to have the ability to get into that college. He had to have the ability to pay for that college. He had to have the ability to get to the computer lab. Obviously it's still a lot of hard work, but you also have to have that like, and a lot of it's desire too. But you also just have to have like the support network in place. Obviously his dad
Yeah.
had a little bit of money or something. but-
Network is very important, I think.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things that go into success. It's not just how you're
It's one
born.
thing, yeah.
It's not just like, oh, I'm really
Try hard.
motivated.
Well, I think
It's-
there are times that you do need to go through things alone, and that might be a short period of time or a long period of time. Because I know like growth and stuff can get lonely sometimes because there's only certain things that only you can face. And
Yeah.
you can't get help from other people, and you just have to face it eventually, kind of a thing. So it can get lonely. So I guess I get both sides,
But like, it's not. There's no clear road to success. So all those quotes that they say are all BS. There's no like clear, easy way to have success. Basically, it's just a mix of a lot of factors. I'm not a a huge success story, but like just take for example like this podcast. You know, we decided to start doing it. Is it crazy successful?
It's
Not by
gonna
any
be.
stretch. It's gonna be, yeah,
It's gonna
someday.
be.
Right at it.
But it's just something we're doing for fun. But we have the ability to do this. We have the ability. We have the ability to come to Austin's house. I had the ability to purchase all this equipment and pay for my Adobe subscription. So it's not just hard work and motivation. We had to have all these things in
Which
place.
brings me to another question. Kind of is like, I think another topic that goes hand in hand with this most of the time is happiness. And so, like,
Could you grab Chris's mic if it's just going to be you and me talking?
I think another topic is happiness that goes hand in hand with success a lot of the times. And like you said, this is fun and this makes you happy, but like, I don't know. Like,
I mean, yeah, you're not going to do something if you don't enjoy it. Like, if I didn't enjoy this podcast, I'm not going to like, hey guys,
This
you want to
fucking
hang out and
sucks.
record?
Yeah.
it's true, but sometimes you have to sacrifice happiness. for
Yeah,
success.
like I'm sure like when Bill Gates was spending that 10,000 hours in the computer lab, I don't think he was happy the
I
entire
wasn't
time.
getting laid, I'll tell you that.
Like, I'm sure
Virgin.
I'm sure all those years were probably pretty sucky because he was doing that, and I'm sure he had a lot of other work he had to do at other times. So
I just know for myself, I don't think I have enough discipline to do that.
but like, I mean, for like success is different for everyone,
Right.
Depending on what you have to do. But
Like,
like,
sometimes people's like success and happiness is literally just not trying to like reach big goals and just like being happy with what they have and who they are.
I mean, I
the
love
moment.
having a goal. I think everyone needs a goal to stay motivated, to stay just like something to look forward to. So, I mean, it's always good to have goals. And I think people that even though they like say they don't have a goal, there's always like some goal. Like maybe their goal is something small. Like I want to achieve that kind of good balance between like work and family.
yeah.
Even if their goal's not like my goal. I want to make the best podcast ever and then abandon all my loser friends.
but we're in the podcast.
Not for long. I'm cooler people on my podcast.
Elon Musk.
Me and Elon Musk and Joe Rogan smoking doobies.
No, listen, Elon's gonna send me to Mars, bro.
You're not
No,
really
bro,
out
it's
for
to the
Mars.
moon.
That's true. He's definitely. Definitely not helping.
He'll let you
enough to
ride
go
on
to
the nuke he sends to Mars.
You'll have to drive it.
Getting a little bumpy.
But that's my serious talk for the day.
Yeah, that was a good serious talk. Jonah, what's your topic?
What?
I'm sorry, I had to do that, man.
I'm just chilling here.
I noticed you were kind of like zoning out, so I was like, I'm gonna bring him back in real fast.
No,
That's why-
honestly,
That's why I gave him a little hand sign. Like,
talking all about success, I'm like, I'd rather just blame everyone else for all my failures. So
Can't do that. That's the number one
That's
thing these
gotta-
entrepreneur sites say. You can't blame anybody but yourself, and nobody
Well,
cares.
I mean, that. I mean, that's not. I don't know.
I know,
It's
I'm
true to
joking.
a certain amount of extent. Like, you can't just like wallow in like your suffering. You kind of like, if you want things to get better, you gotta like stand up and like do things to like try to make the situation better.
Definitely easier said than done.
It's definitely easier said than done
That's
because
true.
I mean, I'm super lazy, so like if
Well,
I'm
and
in
I
a spot, I
think-
like to just sit there and like.
I think like what they mean by like no one cares. What I think what they really mean by that is like, what's it called? If Austin, let's say Austin tomorrow was like, I'm gonna make this website or I'm gonna make this social media platform or I'm gonna start coding like that's great and I'm happy for him if it makes him happy. But honestly, like I really don't care. 'Cause, like,
Exactly, yeah.
I don't because that doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what you're like. If you're happy, go for it. But like,
Yeah.
like this podcast, like we all enjoy doing it. So like, but like no one else cares. Like,
yeah.
no one else cares.
We don't have any
I've seen the views. Yeah, no one
Yeah.
cares.
Yeah,
No
we've
one
seen the
listens to
views in the
this.
comments. Clearly, no one cares. But like, it's something we enjoy, and if it catches fire and like it works, then it works. But
We're
if it
making
doesn't,
we're making t-shirts out. By the time this video goes out, we'll probably actually have the t-shirts.
yeah.
There you go.
So like,
We're
if-
getting t-shirts,
if
baby.
something-
But the way to just do something with these t-shirts, we can't pay you or like do anything like that, but like we want to give like people some stuff. Like
please
And-
wear our t-shirts.
No, I'm saying for like the first like
Put that on a t-shirt.
10 people that
please.
actually comment on one of our videos, on like this video, the first 10 people that comment on this video will get a free t-shirt.
No,
Leave
please
it
don't
in.
comment about my
Screw
foot
you, Alex.
fetish.
I gotta make. all the
Michael's
t-shirts.
gotta make the
Yeah,
t-shirt.
hold on.
Stop promising people things that I have to do. Okay.
Listen, I just think
All right,
I want people to comment. Like, I
Okay.
want,
No,
How about
don't-
this? This
don't
is a lot
comment.
easier. Episode 1 is getting really close to 100 views. By the time this episode goes up, we'll have t-shirts made. Once episode 1 reaches 100 views, then I don't know, we'll pick someone, comment down if you want a shirt, and then we'll pick
No.
someone once episode 1 hits 100 views.
Oh, that's
Don't
true. Yeah, we could do that. Like,
And we'll probably, by the time this episode goes out, we'll also probably have our social media up. So we'll also
I'm gonna
probably
comment.
figure
I'm gonna try
out,
to get a
the
shirt,
rules of
baby.
the contest.
Yeah.
You're getting a shirt. You're on the freaking
I want
podcast.
I want another shirt.
I want 2 shirts. I want 2.
Yeah, I'll put it on
You
there
just
too.
asked me to make you more shirts. If you're on the
No,
podcast,
I'm-
I don't mind
I'm
making
just-
you a
I'm
shirt.
just
I just don't
messing.
want to make freaking 10 shirts to people Alex randomly promised to get shirts.
Listen, I had a good thought. I just didn't think it all the way through.
He just wanted to be giving to our loyal.
It's not a good thought.
our loyal followers.
Except you're not the one
Oh,
giving,
man.
Alex. It's Michael.
I'm the one that
That's
has to
make
buy the
it.
shirts and the ink and take the time to print the shirts.
Listen, I'll help you print them.
No, thank you.
Wow.
All right, guys. So, if whoever comments on this video, we'll pick one of the people to give an extra shirt to.
Comment
We'll do it.
Alex sucks on this video, and you're officially in the running to get a shirt.
There you
You'll
go.
probably be first.
You're running against
honestly.
me.
Yeah.
First person who's not Austin to comment. First person that's not Austin and not Alex to comment. Alex sucks on this video gets a 3 guys 5 feet apart T-shirt.
You're welcome.
I mean, Alex
You're
did
welcome,
technically
viewers.
inspire this. So
Oh my
You're
god.
welcome, viewers.
This is
I
great.
We're
wish
giving back
actually-
to the community.
This is
Yeah.
this is we're giving back to our
giving
very
back to the
small
community that's given us so much. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be at 24 views on episode 4.
Hey,
Hey,
Really
listen.
making a difference,
Hey,
guys.
it's better than the views on the episode before that.
Yeah, episode 3 is stuck at 18. Our episode 1's at 79, so that might be after this
I might
episode
have to
goes up.
re-listen to him and see what happened in that.
Do you think it's the problem with the content?
Probably.
I
you're
think
the bro.
I don't know. I think
Episode 3 was the one I had to censor a bunch because Alex said
I
so.
didn't feel good about that one. I'm not gonna lie. When you walk out of it not feeling good, it probably means it's not.
yeah. Well, I think episode 3 that was the one where
It's like
just
episode 6.
Michael and Alex talked a lot
That is.
about.
we've got
Weird.
a
Yeah.
censor counter now. Alex is at 3 points.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I got censored once. I don't think anyone else has been censored. Come on,
Yeah,
Chris, you
and-
got to start getting
And this
censored.
and this isn't like basketball. It's like golf. You don't want to score a lot of points.
I mean, when
It's
I play
not-
golf,
I don't
We're
know.
not
I
trying to go
for
for
the
high
points.
scores here.
Yeah, I want to
I
win.
go
I'm
for
getting
the
all the
points when I
points.
play
I'll put my phone.
Oh, you're
number in
behind
again.
then. You're 2 points down. Oh, and for our 24 or 79 view, however many people are listening, if there is a topic, you just put it in the comment section.
Oh yeah,
We might not get it. Obviously, we won't get it right away, but
no, I mean,
if we see it,
there's not that many
we'll talk-
comments, so
we'll
Yeah.
talk about
comment,
We're gonna
we'll
talk
talk
about
about
it.
it.
You're gonna
so,
get
Yeah.
all the attention. You'll get a reply.
yeah.
So anybody
the
that
beauty.
comments,
Yeah, we'll try your Instagram out. Whatever.
we love you.
If once we get the social media thing, if you want to DM the social media about a normal topic, we'll talk about it. We'll try to talk about something.
Because our
Yes.
opinions
No
are
politics.
so.
Because our topics suck. We never come
Screw
up
you,
with good
Chris. My
ones.
topics
Listen,
are awesome.
Michael is the only one with good topics.
I want to talk about Zooier Than Now. We haven't gotten to that.
That's
I
not
don't.
a
Yeah, I don't think we
In the
should talk
past
about
2
Definitely.
that.
episodes.
Oh,
I think
God.
our Marvel talk this time was better, but
Why can't we talk about the people that molest animals?
okay. Well, if someone else comments that, then
That's
maybe we'll
totally
talk
cool with
about
you
it.
two.
Have we not talked about that before? I feel like we have.
I think we've
touched
mentioned
on it a
it.
little
Yeah.
bit, but we haven't talked about how YouTube's just totally cool with hosting a podcast about people that molest animals called Zooier Than Now.
Only host
That's
up.
good
Now-
for us. If they don't get canceled, we won't get canceled.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Right
I'm not
thinking.
gonna.
Looking at the bright
I can't
side.
control
Yeah.
anything, but if everyone listening to this wants to go over and maybe report their channel, I'm not saying that I'm encouraging that. I'm just saying
We're
that
starting a
if
movement.
everyone who watches
I'm
this episode
encouraging it.
listens
Go
to this
do it.
Have
episode-
you reported the channel?
I have, like, a bunch. I'm just saying that, like, if anyone who's listening to this wants to go to Zooier Than Thou and report their channel to YouTube and try to get it taken down, I think that's a good idea. But I'm also not encouraging, people to mass flag.
I'm encouraging it. You should go
Whoa,
do it.
Jonah, that's a very
I'm doing it.
controversial opinion.
I'm encouraging.
I'm doing it.
You should do it.
Got some.
Maybe Alex will give out another free shirt if you do it.
Maybe. Yeah.
You mean Michael?
10
Send us-
free
Send
shirts.
send us a screen cap of you reporting Zooier Than Thou, and you'll be entered in for a raffle for a free shirt.
And a sticker.
And a sticker. Yeah, Alex,
$500
Another-
of Michael's
another-
money.
another promise Alex has made that I have to do all the work for.
I did that one on purpose. I'm not gonna lie. He has the resources.
No, I don't.
You're our Tony Stark. You have everything.
Yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, I'm the guy that just does all the work and makes
Batman.
makes all the equipment, and I am like the Batman or the Iron Man of the podcast.
Who am I?
Black Widow. I don't know, Hawkeye. One of those guys.
Yeah, I'm Hawkeye. Actually, I'd rather be Black Widow.
I'm dying, bro.
Chris is the Thor.
No, he's Hulk. He likes Hulk, man.
Yes.
You gotta make him Hulk.
Hulk is dope.
Fine. Chris is the Hulk. Austin's
Oh, man.
I don't know the Vision.
Ah.
Ooh, okay. I'll take that. I'll take the Vision.
Yeah, is it because most of your
Jonah-
body's made of metal? Because of your
Jonah's,
back?
Black Widow.
That would make me Wolverine. And yeah,
Well, I mean, I don't know.
that is true. I'd probably be most like Wolverine because I'm short and I have metal in my body.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is true.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah, and you're hairy like Wolverine.
And I'm
Exactly.
hairy. There you go. I'm basically a Wolverine, guys. There you go.
Yeah.
That was my only issue with Hugh Jackman's portrayal of Wolverine. I'm like, Wolverine's like 5'3" and he's really hairy.
Yeah.
Which is
Hugh
why
Jackman's
Danny
like
DeVito,
6'2".
Which is why Danny DeVito was momentarily in the running for Wolverine.
I think it'd be a solid choice.
Dude, like, all you'd have to do is just, like, work out, man. And then, bam, perfect
Danny
Wolverine.
DeVito is like shaped like a Pokeball, man. There's no amount of
Listen.
working out that's gonna fix that.
He can get it,
He's the perfect penguin.
He could get
He's literally.
He's a perfect sphere.
Yeah.
If he didn't have limbs, he'd roll everywhere.
Listen, I got faith in Danny DeVito and all his.
I love Danny DeVito. I'm just saying, he's no.
He's basically BB-8 from Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's basically
He's got
Danny
the little head
DeVito.
part sticking
Yeah.
out and just rolls
Oh,
around.
gosh.
By the way, Danny DeVito, if you want to be on the podcast,
We
feel
would
free.
love.
We
to
would
have
love you to be on the
Danny
podcast.
DeVito,
You can
we
come
would
right
love
over
it.
to my house.
Yes,
It'll be
please.
great.
Danny, if you want to come over to Austin's house and hang out with us.
Please.
You can even spend the night if you want.
Well,
If you're so inclined.
yeah, Austin's got a bunk bed, so you can
Yeah,
sleep.
you can
on
We
the
got a
couch.
pool table here. I don't know if you.
Alex already has the couch, so
Yeah.
No, the weekends we switch. I go upstairs. And I sleep
Yeah,
on the bunk
'cause-
bed he stays up all
Because
the
I'm
time.
all I'm up
Yeah.
till like 6.
that's messed up.
Uh,
I can't tell if you guys are the worst or best roommates for
Listen.
each other.
I think we're actually pretty good. We've realized that like
You guys could
Yeah.
share a one-bedroom apartment.
Because I mean, like when he has to wake up early, like I wake him up. Because I like even though I go to bed late, I still wake up before him most
and,
of
like,
the
we don't
time.
really annoy each other.
Yeah, it's working out pretty well.
It's working out.
So was I just like chopped liver? I lived here for like 2 months. I never got this.
How long have I been here?
I don't know.
He's been here for like 2 weeks, and he's like, "Oh man, this is the
You've
best
been here
roommate I've
since
ever
December,
had."
I've been here since December.
I was here for like 2 months, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it was okay."
He gets the
Wow.
full service. He gets breakfast in bed, a wake-up call.
I didn't say that.
Alex, honey, it's time to get up.
Hey, never mind.
No, that's not what I was saying.
That's what I heard. It's ridiculous.
Maybe I need to live with
Oh
Austin.
my
You know,
All
You're probably better than me at this
we're
point.
all gonna move into your basement, Austin.
I feel like it would be fun to all have like a place
That
together.
would be kind of
Obviously,
fun.
that's never gonna happen.
I'll move my son
It'd
in.
definitely be interesting. Honestly, if we could just like do it for like a couple months, I feel like it'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, I'll move my son in.
Yeah, there you go.
Say,
Move my daughter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll have a kid.
we'll
you
be
know,
up at all nights.
This is like
Yeah, well,
this is the start of like a terrible sitcom. Can 5 guys raise 2 kids?
Let's
I think
find
there
out.
literally is a sitcom though, like an old
I
one
could
where it
see
was
it.
like 3 or 4 dads that like raised kids. I forget what it's called, but
That'd be, I don't know, that'd be kind of funny.
It's I don't know. Funny is the word I would use.
I mean,
but-
like it'd be
Sad.
funny for everyone else.
yeah, feel bad for
us.
my child, but yeah, sure.
What do you mean? You're saying we wouldn't be good parents?
We can't be good co-daddies.
You don't trust me?
Listen, I'm the godfather.
Okay. Oh,
This is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna wear a baby Bjorn. Alex is in the baby Bjorn, and he's also wearing a baby Bjorn with his baby in it.
there it is.
Oh, that's
You
beautiful.
can be daddy, and I'll be the daddy.
I already am.
No,
What?
this is what? This is daddy, father, godfather,
I want to be Godfather.
grandfather.
I think Godfather would be dope,
Jonah.
like the movie.
I'm just Jonah.
Daddy, father, godfather, grandfather.
We need another
and Jonah.
great
At least it's not grandfather.
great grandfather.
I'm happy just
Kind of our
saying.
grandfather though.
I am.
Baba.
Baba Yaga.
Bobby. Isn't
Baba
that like
Yaga
a
is a
demon?
Russian
Yeah.
witch lady that lives in the
I know.
house with chicken
That's
legs.
what came to my head, and I said it.
Would you guys ever go to like a real like I've gone to like those fake haunted houses where it's
No.
like
No.
chainsaws? Like, would you ever go to like a haunted
Nah.
house?
Okay. Listen.
Not like demons like is gonna possess you and like hang you by your toes.
Like,
but,
I'm sorry if like any of y'all bring a Ouija board in my house, I will burn the
No,
house
because
down
if
with
it's
y'all
haunted
in
like
it.
That, I don't believe in ghosts, and the only like realistic like thing is like if you believe in stuff like this, like demons are like the next like
Yeah.
So it has to be demons, which I heard like a cool like theory about demons and how like it's not demons that we see, it's like there is another dimension and like people are breaking through somehow and like it's distorted because they haven't figured it out yet. And so like what we see is like a demon, but it's really just somebody trying to like reach us or like
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
So you're saying some scientist in another dimension is attempting to break through into our dimension.
either that or they're
And
just like living
he's
their
like,
everyday life.
We
and,
can't
like, it's
communicate. How are we going to get their attention? I'm going
Ouija
to
board.
turn their lights off, and I'm going to like move around this Ouija board and like knock over stuff and
I mean,
slam doors.
if I
And
could-
possess
if I-
them.
It's either that or it's like a world that's really similar to ours, like almost like identical, and so like it leaks into ours. So like that's why you see like this weird videos of like cars just coming out of nowhere and then disappearing. You know,
Listen, if I was a
You're
ghost,
watching
I
too
would
much
just fuck with
Stranger
people.
Things, dude.
but
I'm
heard
saying,
this
like,
is
if I was a
not
ghost and I was stuck in a house, like, I'd mess with people. Like,
Yeah.
I'd turn
Yeah,
off
nothing else
people's
to do.
lights. Yeah. I mean, if
Yeah.
someone busted out a Ouija board and I'm dead, I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely
I mean,
moving
I,
this.
Oh,
I
do you
got
guys think that-
eternity, so
I just felt
Do you
like
guys think
dicks.
that demons are real? Like, do you think that's
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, I
yeah,
do.
100%.
I am.
Yeah,
And the
that's
thing
why
is-
y'all ain't ever bringing a Ouija board in my house.
Demons, Bigfoot, ghost,
Wait, you mean big hands?
big hands.
Shut up, I swear.
Demons, Bigfoot, ghost, Obamacare. I believe in all that crazy made up stuff, dude. It's all right.
Oh man.
Guys, big hands isn't real.
Big hands is real. I've seen it.
Yeah, I've
Okay,
seen it.
no.
Walking in the woods one time, I looked down and I'm just like, oh shoot,
Wow.
that's a big hands track.
Some big,
Big hands in the mud.
Wait, how did we even start talking about demons?
Episode 2, man.
Because
Big
I
hands.
don't know.
Why
That's a good
ask?
point. Why did we?
Well, I asked like if we were to. Like,
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because
I can.
I mean, like I
I have
definitely
to
think
be forced
demons
to go to a
exist.
fake haunted house, and like that's bad enough. Like I couldn't imagine.
That's why, like, I don't know why my mom watches so many scary movies. I just can't do it. Like,
I don't mind watching them, and like
They're kind of boring now.
they can be boring. Like I couldn't watch like as much as your mom watches them. That's
like
too
if you
much.
get on
There's
my
gotta be-
Netflix, it's all horror movies.
There's
Yeah.
got to be like some kind of draw for it. It can't be like the same old demon crap where it's like it's possessed a doll or it's possessed a mirror. All that stuff's just like the same stupid demon plot recycled over. I like a horror movies that got something unique. I like the Hellraiser series. That's pretty cool.
Never seen.
The idea of like these they're not demons, not angels, the creatures called Cenobites coming into our world through like
Human
solving
centipede.
a puzzle box.
What about like movies like Jigsaw, like torture movies?
It's all right.
I'll
A lot of
watch
the
them.
soul traps I think are kind of dumb. It's like why would you do it like that? Like there's a lot
Just
easier
kill 'em.
ways to deal with this.
Yeah,
I also feel like most of that is less like scary. I
yeah.
don't know.
That's
I feel
more
like
just
it's
like
more
that's
blood
more
and
like
guts.
they're just trying to like
Yeah.
Just kinda,
yeah.
like, wig
But like
you out.
I like the Color Out of Space. That was a cool horror movie. The Void was another good one.
Yeah.
There's some cool ones. There's one coming out soon called Psycho Goreman, which looks like it's gonna be awesome.
I remember
Psycho
talking-
And then
Goreman.
we're actually after this episode gonna watch Willy's Wonderland, which is a
Is it
horror.
supposed to be scary?
It's
I think-
technically
I
a
think
horror
it's supposed
movie.
It's like
It might be like a
based
thriller
off Freddy-
kind of.
Yeah.
Freddy's.
It's kind of like it's kind of got that slasher movie vibe where it's technically, I guess, supposed to be scary, but like you're just gonna enjoy it for what it is.
I
And
mean,
like, what about
from what I
zombies? Do
saw-
you think zombies are scary?
I mean, I don't think
Zombies are
scary.
scary in terms of like the number of them. Like
Especially,
one on
like, the
one,
fast ones, like oh my god,
like one on one, a zombie's not scary. But what makes them scary is when like you look out your window and there's just a sea of the undead in front of you.
Yeah.
That's what
I forget. Most of these movies too, it's like
the
not the
zombies are
movie
very
itself
realistic.
is scary, but like it just like plants like ideas or like thoughts in my head, and I just think about it more like that night, and it's like my mind goes on trails, and like it gets a lot worse.
My biggest thing with zombies is like I'm just gonna like with COVID, just quarantine for 2 weeks.
But they can break
then-
into stuff.
They're all gonna decay away, and then it'll just be easy.
The thing with scary movies is like it has to be like medium realistic. Like
That's true.
like a zombie thing. Like I'm just gonna be like that's never gonna happen. So like maybe I'll get the
Or
jump
will it
scare and I'll be
happen?
Which is
scared.
why the
But
demon
like
movies are
the
worse.
demons
because it is
really
realistic.
that
And you're
that
like,
one
could
messes
happen.
with it.
Yeah,
Like,
but demon
So you're
movies
sitting
always
in your
got
bed
something
and you're just
stupid
like waiting
that like.
for like the shadow demon to like come out of the corner of your room.
But
Yeah.
demon movies
Or, like,
always have
hover
like
above your
that
bed.
stupid like thing where it's just like, oh, I moved my family into this old weird murder home. And
That's
I found
true.
like a box
People
full
are
of like
dumb.
VHS tapes of the
Yeah.
people getting killed, and I didn't immediately burn the box and move my family out.
Honestly,
Or it's-
that's why I
White
hate
Or it's
people,
horror
like,
movies.
right?
People
oh,
are so
hey,
dumb in horror
fellow
movies.
teenagers, let's get a Ouija board out and see if we can contact the dead. Like Austin said, if one of you guys brought that down, be like, no, I may not believe in this crap, but
That's
I'm
why
not
I
going to
never
tempt
I'm not,
fate.
yeah, I'm not gonna like just try it. Yeah.
Hey, you guys
exactly.
want to go visit the old insane asylum? Nope.
No,
I'm
I
good.
don't.
Like, why would I do that? I don't believe in ghosts,
What
but I'm
do you
also not going
gain?
to take the chance.
Exactly. What do you gain from going there?
What's
So,
like, even if there aren't any ghosts, what are you going to do? Find like old used needles from where homeless people shot themselves up with heroin?
and get AIDS? Exactly. So
What
There you
about
go.
like I do think this is scary, like when people don't show you what's like chasing after the people, like Blair Witch Project and stuff like that. You don't ever see it, but like it's more
Dude,
scary not being able to see
Reality is scary enough, like
True.
without even having to put any fantasy elements. Like the fact that it's so easy that your neighbor, your next door neighbor, could in fact be like some kind of psychopath
it. Oh yeah.
and could like do terrifying things to you through no provocation just because they're crazy.
Yeah.
Like that is already a terrifying enough idea. You don't have to add like a supernatural element.
There are a lot of crazy people.
My
This is a
dad's,
weird podcast episode.
It really
we,
was.
We went around from like really happy, like
We've been
oh positive, then we had talked about success, and now we're talking about like demons.
My dad watched Blair
Better
Witch
than the last
Project
episode.
the night before he went camping, like a
Oh my
backpack
God.
trip by himself
That's
for
like
the
so
first time.
That's
That's
like
a
the rule of
terrible
horror movies.
idea.
Don't
He
watch
said-
it before you go to bed.
He said that it was the worst thing he's ever done. Like he said he was just freaking out the whole time.
That's a terrible idea. Why did
would
you do
just
that?
have so much like random noise.
I would have like
Like-
canceled that trip. I would have.
Yeah. Like a branch could fall and I'll be like, oh shit, I'm dead.
I'm
That's
dead.
it.
That,
Yeah,
that's
I
it.
went backpacking in the dark because I thought it'd be fun to do it in the dark. No,
No.
there's coyotes everywhere. Just like you could hear them fighting and like howling, and like you're like, I'm gonna get eaten. Like this is it.
You wouldn't even see them coming.
My dad always told me the story about one time he went bear hunting, and
Like for real.
he talked about he was on a tree stand all day, and started getting dark, so we decided to start walking back to camp. And so he said he walked back to camp, and he kept feeling like there was something nearby, and so
Oh, God,
it,
no.
it is kind of like a horror story almost. He kept feeling like there was something nearby, and he kept like stopping and looking around. He couldn't see anything, so he walked back to camp in the dark, made it back to camp because they had like a cabin or something. And then the next day he goes out. He walks the same path back to the tree stand, but you know what he sees right behind, right on top of like all his tracks that he made the night before? Bear tracks.
Oh man.
So he was like, that bear probably was pretty close to me. So
He's just walking beside the bear.
So, it almost sounds like a Looney Tunes cartoon, whereas like the bear pops out as soon as he turns around and like hides behind the tree.
Yeah.
Turns back around, it's like do turns back around, it's like zips behind a bush.
But
Oh,
so
man.
to answer your question, scary stuff. Nah. No.
Yeah. The scariest movie I ever watched was Hereditary. That is
Really? That was the
Yeah.
scariest?
I don't know what it is. If you got I don't know if you guys ever
When she falls off.
Yeah.
She just like slams her.
I don't know. It's just like that ending scene, and that's how all scary movies. It's like the end is always like the really that sticks in your mind. It's supposed to be. The end is like spoiler alert for the few people that haven't watched it yet. Skip like 2 minutes ahead,
I
but
haven't
like,
watched it. I can't skip. I'm stuck.
you want me, you want me, I can spoil
Go
it.
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay,
I'm not gonna watch.
okay. So like at the end, it's like the son or whatever. He's like walking in his house, and it's like basically haunted by demons or whatever. So he goes in the living room and he sees that the piano's broken. He's like, okay, that's weird. And then like he gets chased up the stairs, up into the attic, basically, which is obviously where he wants to go. And his mom, like they shut the he like shuts the attic behind him, and his mom is like on like the attic like door, like banging her head like really hard, like on the ceiling. And then like somehow she also like gets in the attic because it's it's a demon, so like she's got powers, I guess. But
Sure.
like she has a piano chord, like the piano like string to like actually play the notes, and she's taking it and like sawing her head off like very slowly, and it's just like, oh man, like just the idea of it is just like,
There's like scenes where like you're getting chased. I hate that feeling.
oh my god, it's just it just sticks with you. Oh man,
Yep, I don't like horror
like
movies.
you could go for like a couple months, and then one night you're just like, you haven't seen anything scary or whatever, and it just pops in your head of like the
Yeah.
terrifying little girl in the scary movies, and you're just like, why? And then like you just sit in your bed and think about that all night.
yeah, the demon movies always give me the. That's why I like Paranormal Activity movies. It's because it's just like,
Have you seen The Ring?
I have not.
The girl that crawls out.
Oh,
of
I
the
hate
TV
that, man.
Oh man, no thank you.
That's why I watched a bunch of parodies of that. Makes it easier.
Yeah,
I like.
Remember when we watched
makes
It
it
Follows?
easier.
Oh,
That's actually like that was
I
interesting.
think I watched it with you guys.
It was unique.
Might have been.
Part of it,
yeah, it's like an STD
yeah.
demon.
ST demon.
STD.
Sexually transmitted demon.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's what STDs really are.
yeah. Demons are a no go for me.
That sounds like such like a medieval sort of doctor. It's just like, hey
You-
doctor, I
You
think
got a demon.
hey doctor, I think I have the clap. Yes, you do. You do have demons living in your urethra. We have to get them out. Call a priest.
Oh man.
How'd that movie end? Did they win or no? I think at the end the
Well, I think-
demon's like
I think-
behind them or something.
At
Well-
the end, they hire like a prostitute, and so because the prostitute has sex and those people have sex, they basically just trap the demon in like a never-ending cycle. Because the whole idea is that the demon kills the person and goes back to the person before.
Yeah.
So
Didn't
the-
they shoot the demon though, and like it bled?
yeah, that's the thing. The demon had like a physical presence, so in all reality, it seems like a pretty weak demon that would probably be fairly easy to stop.
Yeah.
Like you just dig a moat around yourself, right?
Yeah.
And the demon can't. The demon is physically stopped by all
But then you
barriers.
can't.
No, but then you trap the demon. You need to like have some kind of Scooby Doo esque trap.
There you go. Exactly.
Get it in a hole and then just fill it with concrete. And you're just like,
yeah,
okay,
but like
cool.
there's that weird scene where like it's just like chilling on top of a house.
Yeah,
Like how they get up there?
Exactly, because they do establish through the movie that the demon physically like travels everywhere.
So like how they get on the roof?
Yeah, so it's just
climbed
one of those
up there.
things. It climbed up on the roof. Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
No,
you know.
like the thing is like they would like travel. I feel like in the movie, I remember like bits and pieces, but like when they like travel, like to try to get away from it, and it's just like you're not gonna go somewhere where it's not. So I'm just like, your
I mean,
plan
it's
is
always
dumb.
that was the whole point is that it's always coming after her. So like there was a scene in the movie where she's like pulling out and it's like walking towards her car.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Remember that at the end though?
it's
They're,
it's
like,
still
walking
following
away,
up.
and
Yeah,
there's somebody walking behind her, and it makes you think that
That's
it's
the
still
whole.
there,
That's the whole
Yeah.
point of the.
but you never really know.
well, if they keep having sex with each other, wouldn't it? 'Cause
yeah,
what-
but like, can you have sex fast enough, or would they die too fast?
But that's the whole point. If it's with the same person, that's just gonna kill that person. If you're all together, it's just gonna kill that person and immediately kill you too.
Yeah,
how do
Plus,
they?
it didn't show like what time frame that was. It could have been like years later that they were walking.
Is it a violent death?
It's pretty violent. Yeah, I'm pretty sure one guy got like ripped in half, and like another lady got like folded in half and had her legs twisted backwards or something.
So it's not like just like a knife to the throat type of scenario.
Like it brutalizes you.
Dang it!
I mean, I guess the demon's power is that it's pretty physically strong, but
Wasn't it, like always naked too.
no, but like
Yeah.
that was the whole point of the demon. It could take the form of someone you know, or it could just take a random form of a person.
That's lame.
That's lame.
It is like in hindsight, after watching the movie, you're like, this is a pretty sucky demon. Like it's got all the worst demon powers. It's like, what's your mode of transportation? Do you like get summoned from hell or something? No, I just kind of walk at like a leisurely pace towards people.
Leisure.
It never even
walk.
breaks
One
down
foot
like
in
a
front of the
jog.
other.
It's always just a nice like quick walk.
Yeah.
It's creepier. It's like
It is,
I mean, I get like for
I mean,
the
it is
horror element, but you have to
creepier.
think that like this is the worst demon.
yeah.
This is probably the demon that gets bullied by other demons. Like the Annabelle demon's like picking on it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
God was happy when that was one of the third to go. Like he was like, "All right, yeah, you can go. You got the crappy
Like
powers."
God, you
See ya."
suck. All you do is just slowly walk after people.
That'd be tough.
Speed walking.
Speed walking. What's your powers? Speed walking.
Guys, you don't understand. I can walk like at a really good rate.
So what are you, 50 years old? Like,
You know.
And you can transform. You can turn into like a giant scary dragon. I can transform into like an old lady or like a mental patient or someone they've seen before.
There you go.
it's the powers we all want.
I don't know. I mean, I guess shape shifting would kind of be a cool. Like if you could turn into
the
other.
never turns into anything cool.
Yeah, that's true. Good point. All
Maybe
right,
it
yeah,
chooses
definitely
them.
F-rate demon.
Yeah. If we were rating demons, it would be down there.
Definitely
Maybe
F
that
tier.
should be like a video we do. Is we do one of those
I don't really wanna-
scale those scale charts with like all the horror movie villains and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Demon from It Follows, F rank.
F-rank.
Freddy Krueger, S tier.
There we go.
There it is.
At least he has a cool power. You have to sleep at some point, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
Like
Freddy.
literally in one scene of It Follows, she just closes her door on it. Like, cause remember, like they lock the door and
Oh,
then like
yeah.
keeps banging on the door, and she's just like, "Don't open it, it's the demon." And like they open it and it's the demon.
Yeah.
But it's like the locked door stopped it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
think it actually
Well, like,
happened
what-
like twice in the movie where they just lock the door and the demon's stuck.
But, like, then what? Like, if you're just locked in a door and the demon's on the other
Didn't
side,
it
you
break
just
a
gotta
window
wait.
though at one point? And
It
crawl through the
did.
window?
Yeah, it did break a window, but
But
like,
like they like twice in the movie they just lock the
see,
door.
like
on it.
theoretically, you could just go into like a big room where there's only one like exit, and like go to the back, and like it would follow you, and then just run out and then lock the door, and it would just be stuck in there forever. Like it would never come out.
I'm going with the concrete thing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm gonna rock with
Put like
that
a
one.
little trap. It falls into a pit. Maybe you put some spikes for good measure. I mean, you're not gonna kill it. You have
We're
to
really
accept
going
that you're
for
not
this.
gonna kill it, and then you just fill the hole with concrete.
Yeah, you just want to annoy it.
And then at that point, you're just like, what are you gonna do? You can't teleport. You definitely ain't walking out there, bud. So
Since we're on the
No.
scary theme, it, like the clown, it was like the first horror movie I ever watched, and like it ruined my whole life. But like for the longest time, like it's like in the drain. So like anytime I went to like the bathroom or like took a shower, like I'd wash my hair with my eyes open because like it just burned. But I was like, no, it's gonna eat me if I freaking close my eyes.
dang it, it ruined your whole life.
Dude, I was like 10 or like I was pretty young.
Sounds like Stephen King owes you some money, man.
And my dad was like, "We're gonna watch this," and I was like, "Okay."
Okay.
That's how it was with Paranormal Activity.
And the
so,
rest
yeah.
of the night, I sat in the middle of my bed with my flashlight on, and then I just remember it died, and I was, it was a bad time.
That's good times. Y'all sound like a bunch of wimps.
No, you guys want to know what I had scary dreams of? The like green dude from Monsters Inc.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, yes.
I
have, yeah.
He'd be like really big. He'd just be like chasing me.
Yeah.
I don't even know why.
Time was up,
Honestly,
Austin.
be like,
I
damn.
don't think I've had like a lot of like reoccurring scary dreams.
Yeah, mine is always just like a dark figure in my room like, trying to kill me. It's just like all that
worst
stuff.
one I've ever had was like I was like a Ghostbuster or something like that. Like like the shows like where they go into houses and they're like trying to like find ghosts. It was like that, and like we were with a group of friends, and they're like, "Where's the ghost?" And I'm like, "I think I see it," but like as soon as I saw that, it walked into me. It didn't possess me, but like, and then when it walked into me, it's like his eyes flashed green over mine, and I woke up, and it's the first time this has ever happened to me. I was in fucking sleep paralysis, dude. I couldn't move, but like I could still see like the green eyes like in the corner of my room, and I just couldn't move. And I was like looking over, like because Julia was like right next to me. I was dude. And as soon as I came out of it, I woke Julia up. Like I could not wait the rest of the
I
night.
remember
was
like I haven't sleep paralysis a couple times, but like I think I freaked probably my family out more because I remember one time I had sleep paralysis. It was like when I was a really little kid. I just started laughing, like really loudly laughing.
Could you imagine?
I think I would die. Especially if I was like with real brothers sharing a room. Like I could not imagine.
I'm laying on my bed, my eyes are wide open. I'm not moving, but I'm going like.
I would think you're possessed.
Oh, dude.
We're gonna have to make another kid. I'm gonna go put this one down.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Oh man.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's
no
the
thanks.
reason for the declining birth rate is they keep making like these little kids possessed by demons and all these horror movies and parents and prospective parents are just like, I don't want to deal with
I
that.
don't want
Yeah.
that.
No.
I mean,
I'm-
Okay, I hate to be that guy, but we are at an hour 15.
Dang,
Already.
we really killing it.
So I'm gonna cut this off. Thank you for listening. If you are still listening, this has been 3 Guys 5 Feet Apart, and I'm your host, Mike.
bye.
See ya.
Uh,
Bye.